Hi YouTube and welcome back to my Let's Play World of Warcraft on Wednesdays. This week I am doing Ahn'Kahet, the Old Kingdom, here in the Azjol-Nerub area. the next instance actually for next week is actually going to be Azjol-Nerub, but the Old Kingdom is actually the first one in order in terms of difficulty that gets done here. So I kind of skipped past my running around and getting lost and trying to find the entrance. I get lost so easily, it's kind of scary. Anywho, so we're going ahead and doing this, and as I recall doing this one with my guild way back in the day, I remember there were we had to do certain shortcuts to get around this and that and the other, and there was we were trying to make a jump to do a short. I don't even remember. I just remember that there was some kind of shortcut that I always struggled with because I never jumped right and I fell down and stuff, and they always had to wait for me to come back and things. But I honestly couldn't remember where that was or what we did or anything like that, so I just kind of followed the way the dungeon's laid out and just kind of went with it that way. So there was supposed to be a shortcut for me to take. I honestly just don't remember it anymore. I remember having to do it, I just don't remember where we went and how we did it, because I always followed my guildmates. They knew what we were trying to accomplish and stuff, and I just kind of followed them around. So or better to say that I followed the tank, because I just kind of stuck with the tank. The tank, that's one of the reasons I don't like tanking, because one of the responsibilities of the tank, besides being the main aggressor on the bosses and other things, is to be kind of like the leader of the pack and kind of guide the group through the dungeon and everything. And as lost as I always get, forget it. I'm not good at leading people through dungeons because I'm always getting lost, so I'm not gonna happen. And by the way, I am doing these all on heroic mode now, so just as an FYI, I think I started that a couple weeks ago, and this is still being in heroic mode. If you recall last week with the Oculus, I did that in heroic mode, and it's the only, so far, the first instance where I actually had a boss fail. But I honestly, can't say that it's necessarily my fault, because having to rely on the dragon that I was flying to kill the other dragon, no, that just didn't work very well, did it? But moving right along, so here is the first boss, Elder Nadox. And I probably should have taken out that patrol of little skittering things first before attacking him, but I didn't. And they kind of caused me a little bit of a problem here. Not sure if they're the reason for it, or yeah, he becomes immune all of a sudden to my attacks and things, and so now I'm getting attacked by these other guys. So I'm like, okay, I've got to reduce the amount of ads that are attacking me, because you can see here I'm actually taking some damage now, some actual noticeable damage, and more of these things keep popping out at me. So I'm like, I'm dying. And the mistake, as you can see, that I make is I'm not paying attention to the fact that he's immune to my thing, and I'm still attacking him and not attacking the ads. So and I quickly changed that once I realized that, but I'm like, oh shoot, darn. But his immunity ends right there, and see how close I got so close to dying on this one, and mainly because I was not paying attention. So that was my problem with that particular boss fight right there. And for those of you who are, every now and then I get a confused question from people like, why are you talking in past tense? It's because the commentary I record after I edit the video. All my videos I record first, and I go through and edit, put in the editing things, taking out footage that I think is unnecessary, especially if I'm running around getting lost, that kind of thing, just to keep the videos from being too long. And then once I've got all the editing in place and I have everything flowing the way I want it to, then I come back and I put the commentary in afterwards. So for those of you who might be wondering why I'm always talking in past tense, that's why. With these dungeon runs, I don't have to do as much editing, but when it comes to pretty much all the other videos I make, I do a lot of editing. And if I had commentary beforehand, it would be more difficult to cut pieces out because there might be something I'm saying that I really want people to hear. So, anywho, here I'm trying to get down there. I'm like, how do I get down there? I'm stuck. It won't let me jump from here. I'm like, can I jump from here? Nope, can't jump from here. Nope, it's not letting me go. So then I realized there's a little staircase over on the other side, so I'm like, okay, I've got to go through that way. Never mind. Definitely been a while since I've run through this particular instance, and I remember it. On some ways I remember it, in some ways I don't. This is definitely one that my guild kind of ran through as quickly as possible, and so I vaguely remember bits and pieces of it, but we kind of went through it so quickly that I didn't really have much time to take in the surroundings, because we were kind of busy trying to stay alive and stuff. So anywho, and actually this is one of the ones where I'm still trying to pick up quests and things. So even though there's a couple of them from like the Nexus where I actually did the quests already with this particular character, I haven't done the quests for these ones. So I was probably still switching between my my Death Knight and my my Resto Shaman back in the day, and I was probably, with the guild, I was probably running this with the Resto Shaman because they wanted a healer. So I was like, alright, I'll bring the healer. Rather do DPS, but we always had a hard time getting healers. Healers and tanks, especially if there wasn't, 5 of us. And so we had to, like, try and run with a random group and stuff, and there was only like 2 or 3 of us from the guild. So they were like, well, if you bring your healer, we can get queued up faster. Alright, so we got rid of these guys, and we gotta get rid of the Frostbringer here. Cloak Smash. I had to do some bag reorganizing there, so I kind of cut that footage out as well. Now we gotta go take care of these guys, and they're guarding these. I don't know what, I forget what these orbs are supposed to be called, but they're the ones that are powering. Like the next boss is being suspended in midair by some kind of force field things, whatever, and these orbs kind of power that system. So we have to get rid of the guardians and turn off the orbs in order to turn off the system so we can get to the boss. There we go, that one's shut down. Alright, so yep, so you can see he's kind of floating over there in that blue column. So we still need to shut off the other one. There's one more to go. Get rid of these guys. And then we can take on the next boss. The next boss also ended up being a bit difficult too. I probably wouldn't have a problem with them if I was running regular and not heroic, but I've decided I wanted to try and do these on heroic as far as I possibly can. Obviously, I had a bit of a fail with the Oculus, but I'm not disheartened. I think I can still get quite a few of these. I can probably get all of these on heroic, to be perfectly honest. But when it comes to the raids that I'll do when I'm done with all the 5-mans, I'm definitely going to do the 10-man ones, not the 25-man. Okay, so you can see what he does here is he disappears and then he knocks me out and basically sucks the life out of me. And there's not a darn thing I can do. See, if you're in a group with 5 people, yeah, he'll suck the life out of one of them while everyone else is attacking him. So his life still goes down. But here, I mean, thankfully, because I'm such high level, I don't have, you know, and he doesn't suck the life that quickly. So it would take him a long time to suck all the life out of me. And in between time, I am able to bash him and stuff and kill him. So thankfully, he doesn't just sit there and do this indefinitely. Otherwise, I would have been screwed. Alright, so now Horn of Winter and yep. Oops, nope, didn't quite get him this time, but very close. Almost got him now. But yep, he keeps siphoning the life out of poor Lish Reaper. Which is interesting considering she's undead. So, technically speaking, as a Death Knight, she's supposedly undead. Alright, got rid of him. And now we've got one more boss to go. We've got to take care of the faceless ones. Although there's actually 2 more bosses before him, but there's only 1 more boss in terms of the quest itself. You can see where the number 1 is. That's the final one. But there's 2 others I still need to get to. All right. I have to kind of slip through this way to get to the next level. There's no other way down. Down to the befouled terrace. Alright, here we go. The Fallen Temple. And there's all sorts of Twilight worshippers and stuff around here too. It's like figures that they're the ones behind this place. Keep seeing all this stuff with the Twilight, but we never really have like a solid storyline to get rid of them or whatnot. But both the Alliance and the Horde fight against them. And I was thinking of going up to get the one boss, and I realized, you know what, maybe I should go back this way and get rid of this one guy first, down in this kind of mushroom grove. Oh, that's not the boss, but a couple of trash mobs I need to get rid of. I think it's funny that they've got mushrooms growing out of their backs. It's like, oh, we finally found Bigfoot. Alright, there's the boss. Big blue guy. Got huge hands. I definitely remember this fight and trying desperately to avoid all those poison mushrooms when I was at level because they killed me quickly. Yeah, see, even he's doing some damage to me now, but not enough. Not enough. I can still handle that level of damage. But honestly, I think I can get through all of Wrath of the Lich King instances on Heroic. We'll see if Cataclysm, if I can, or if I have to switch back to regular before finishing those. Alrighty, so now on to the last of the kind of side bosses. There's a bunch of Twilight worshippers, and their power is keeping this boss up. But if I take out enough of them, she comes down. Yep, there she comes. And now we'll just take her out. And she ends up getting a bunch of guys supporting her, but I can't attack them except for this one who's sacrificing himself, and yeah, I kill him rather easily. And she kind of comes back, and then we just take her out. And then they all kind of disappear. And I'm not sure how long she keeps that up, but I think she just keeps pulsing that energy even after she's dead. Alright, so on to the last boss. And this last boss was always a tough fight because he tends to get you into a dream state or something like that, or causes you to become insane during the fight. And if I remember correctly, during the fight, when that happened, it was basically you were fighting against your each other and stuff. I think that's this one. Unfortunately, because I'm by myself, I don't have anyone to fight against, so I can't go crazy. Plus, for a final boss, he's actually amazingly easy to kill. These guys are just weird looking things. I mean, they kind of look like elephants a little bit, without faces, but then they've got these tentacle limbs. One is a single tentacle, the other one is more like a big arm with like 3 tentacle fingers on it. They're really bizarre looking things. And like their face, like I said, looks a little bit like an elephant, but then they've got, you know, instead of tusks, they have additional tentacles as well. So they're just known as the faceless ones. They don't have a racial name of any kind. Yep, here he comes. Yeah, so he's trying to cast Insanity, but then he dies like pretty quickly. Probably because the Insanity spell fails, because I'm alone. Alrighty. And we just turn that in, and we have a shortcut to exit the dungeon from here as well, which is kind of cool. And then next week I'll be doing the Ahn'Kahet instance instead. But I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, please share it, and please subscribe. I greatly appreciate everyone who subscribes to my channel. It's very much appreciated. But I do hope that y'all enjoy all of these videos, and I'll keep going as long as I can. Take care. Bye-bye.